Did you know that sometimes your body whispers before it ever screams? It starts with a small itch. Innocent, forgettable. You scratch, move on, and think nothing of it. But what if that itch wasn't so innocent after all? Especially for those of us over 60, the body has a quiet way of signaling when something is off. And certain types of persistent itching, especially in very specific spots, have been linked to serious conditions like lymphoma, pancreatic cancer, and even breast or skin cancer. In this video, we're not just talking about random skin irritation. We're uncovering 5 very specific areas where unexplained itching could be one of the earliest warning signs of cancer, sometimes months before any other symptom appears. I want you to stay with me until the end, not to frighten you, but to empower you. You'll learn not just where to look, but why these spots itch, what conditions they're linked to, and how to tell the difference between a harmless skin issue and something your body is trying desperately to bring to your attention. Because when it comes to cancer, early awareness changes everything. Let's begin. Sign number 1. Persistent itching on the lower legs, especially the shins or calves. George was 75 when he noticed it. Every night, like clockwork, a relentless itch began to creep across the front of his legs.
No rest.
No new soap, just an itch that wouldn't quit. He tried everything, lotions, new detergents, even hydrating more. But nothing worked. 6 months later, he was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. What George experienced wasn't just dry skin. It was nerve irritation from inside his body. Blood-related cancers like lymphoma often release inflammatory chemicals that travel through the bloodstream. And the legs, especially the lower legs, are filled with sensitive nerve endings that pick up on these subtle internal changes. This kind of itch isn't your usual annoyance. It lingers. It's worse at night. Lotions don't help. And even though the skin may look completely normal, the discomfort runs deep. If you or someone you love has been scratching their shins for weeks with no clear cause, and especially if it's paired with fatigue, night sweats, or unexplained weight loss, don't ignore it. That itch could be your body's first call for help. Sign number 2. Itching between the shoulder blades or upper back. Linda was 70 when she first felt it. A strange, tingling itch deep in her upper back, right between the shoulder blades. She chalked it up to dry air, an old bra strap, maybe even a new shirt tag. But no matter what she changed, mattress, detergent, lotions, the itch stayed. Turns out it wasn't the fabric. It was her pancreas. In many older adults, an itch in this very specific part of the back has been linked to pancreatic cancer. The connection? When tumors begin to block the bile ducts, bile salts build up in the bloodstream. And one of the first symptoms? Itching. The upper back houses a dense network of sensory nerves. When those bile salts irritate them, the itch begins. Linda's liver enzymes were elevated, and scans eventually revealed a tumor. Her itch was the first and only sign. It might sound strange, but internal cancers can manifest externally. The back becomes the messenger, even when the issue is buried deep in the abdomen. If you're experiencing a focused, stubborn itch between the shoulder blades, and it doesn't respond to creams or dry skin remedies, especially if you're also feeling tired, noticing darker urine or pale stools, don't write it off. It might be your skin speaking for your liver or pancreas. Sign number 3. Itchy scalp with no flakes or dandruff. Henry was 73. He loved his daily walks and reading under the sun. But then he noticed something odd. His scalp began itching every afternoon. No redness, no dandruff, just a weird, crawling sensation that wouldn't go away. He tried different shampoos, stopped wearing hats. Still, the itch stayed. Eventually, a blood test, done for unrelated fatigue, revealed chronic lymphocytic leukemia. An itchy scalp can be easily dismissed. But when it becomes chronic, and there's no flaking, redness, or dryness, it could be an early sign of a blood-related cancer like leukemia, or even skin cancer on the scalp. What makes this itch different is its character. It might feel tingly, electric, crawling, even like it's moving around. And no shampoo or oil seems to make a difference. Leukemia impacts how your immune system regulates inflammation, and the nerves in your scalp are especially sensitive. Could also be a sign of skin cancer developing in areas of thinning hair. A small bump, a patch that itches in the same spot every day, or a change in texture, these should all be checked by a doctor or dermatologist. Don't ignore it because it seems small. Sometimes the scalp is the first place the body tries to raise its voice. Sign number 4. Itching on the chest or breast area. Ruth, 69, noticed an odd itch around her right breast. It wasn't painful, just persistent, right near the nipple. She thought it was her bra, or laundry soap, or menopause-related skin changes. But the itch wouldn't go away. And one day, she noticed the skin felt slightly tighter, almost like there was pressure underneath. She had inflammatory breast cancer. Unlike typical breast cancers, inflammatory types often don't begin with a lump. Instead, the skin changes subtly, thickens, reddens, itches. It may feel warm or tight, and the itch doesn't move around or respond to moisturizers. In men, this can be even more easily overlooked. A small itchy patch on or near the nipple could be an early sign of male breast cancer or a swollen lymph node. This type of itching may also point to nearby lymphatic involvement, not just breast tissue, but the underarm or chest wall. If you're experiencing an itch that stays in one small spot, especially near the breast or nipple, and it hasn't responded to lotion or detergent changes, it's worth a conversation with your doctor. Early detection isn't about panic. It's about paying attention to the quiet things. Sign number 5. Persistent itching in the anal or genital area. It's the kind of thing most people don't want to talk about, especially older adults. Feels too private, too awkward. But chronic itching in the anal or genital area can sometimes be the earliest sign of anal, vulvar, or even penile cancer. Eugene, 76, thought he was dealing with hemorrhoids. The itch was uncomfortable, sometimes raw, but manageable. He tried creams, diet changes, cold compresses. Still, the itch never went away. A specialist finally ran a scope and found a small tumor on the anal canal wall. It was early, and they caught it just in time. For women, persistent itching around the vulva, especially post-menopause, can be easy to dismiss as hormone-related. But vulvar cancer becomes more common after 60, and itching is often the first sign. What makes this itch dangerous is how easily it's written off. People assume it's hygiene, friction, aging skin, or irritation from pads. But if it lingers for weeks, gets worse at night, or feels raw, burning, or focused in one small area, don't ignore it. Embarrassment should never cost you your health. Not every itch means cancer, but certain itches, especially the deep, persistent ones in very specific spots, can be your body's early warning system. We're not here to create fear. We're here to create awareness. Because when you know what to look for, you know when to ask better questions. You know when to speak up. And you give yourself or your loved ones a better chance at catching something early, when it's most treatable. So if any of these signs sound familiar, don't wait. Listen to the whisper before it becomes a scream. And if you found this video helpful, please comment below with the number of the sign that stood out to you most. It helps us know you're watching, and it might just help someone else feel less alone. Until next time, stay aware, stay informed, and most of all, stay gentle with yourself. Your body is always talking, and now you know how to listen.